Welcome to today's video. If you've ever wondered whether petrol or diesel is the better choice for your next car, you're in the right place. We're going to break down the key differences between petrol and diesel engines and see which one is more powerful, efficient, and suitable for your driving needs. Let's start with power comparison. Let's start with power. The power that an engine produces largely depends on the type of fuel it uses. Diesel fuel contains more energy by volume, 36.9 megajoules per liter, than petrol, 33.7 megajoules per liter. Diesel is denser and harder to ignite, so it requires high compression to combust, which leads to more torque and better initial acceleration. On the other hand, petrol is lighter and more volatile, meaning it evaporates easily and ignites faster, but it delivers less torque than diesel engines. However, petrol engines provide more sustained power at higher revs, making them ideal for longer, high-speed driving. Compression ratio. Next, let's talk about compression ratios. The compression ratio measures how much the engine compresses the air-fuel mixture before igniting it. Petrol engines. These engines usually have a compression ratio of around 8:1 to 9:1. Petrol ignites more readily, so it doesn't need high compression. This is why petrol engines rely on spark plugs to ignite the mixture. Diesel engines have a much higher compression ratio, around 14:1 to 22:1. This high compression is needed to cause the diesel fuel to combust without a spark plug. This is why diesel engines generate more torque and provide better acceleration at lower speeds. Thermal efficiency and fuel economy. Thermal efficiency is a key area where diesel engines have the upper hand. Diesel engines are more thermally efficient than petrol engines. Diesel fuel is thicker and has a higher energy density, which increases both power and torque. This is why diesel engines are often the go-to choice for heavy-duty vehicles and applications where fuel efficiency is critical. This higher thermal efficiency also results in better fuel economy and lower operating costs. Petrol engines, while less thermally efficient, deliver better power at higher RPMs but tend to consume more fuel. For shorter trips and lighter loads, petrol engines provide a more nimble and responsive driving experience. Power and performance. Now, let's break down how these engines affect performance in the real world. Torque. Diesel engines, with their higher compression, produce more torque at lower RPMs. This makes diesel engines feel powerful at low speeds, especially when carrying heavy loads or towing. However, their power band is smaller, and frequent gear changes are needed to keep the engine in its peak torque range. Horsepower. Petrol engines generate more horsepower at higher RPMs, meaning they have more usable power for longer, giving better acceleration as you increase speed. This makes petrol cars feel sportier and more responsive at higher speeds. To give you a real-world example, let's compare the 2015 Honda City's petrol and diesel variants. The diesel version provides more torque at lower RPMs, but the petrol variant offers higher horsepower and faster acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour. Fuel efficiency and driving experience. In terms of fuel efficiency, diesel engines use air to increase compression and burn fuel more efficiently, making them better suited for longer drives and carrying heavy loads. Petrol engines consume more fuel but provide better top-end power and smoother driving at higher speeds. When it comes to drivability, diesel engines excel in city driving due to their low-end torque, but you'll need to shift gears more often. Petrol engines, on the other hand, require fewer gear changes, making for a more relaxed driving experience, especially on highways. The exhaust system and aftertreatment. Now, let's take a look at the exhaust systems, which play a crucial role in reducing harmful emissions from both diesel and petrol engines. Diesel exhaust systems. Diesel engines come with advanced exhaust systems that include diesel particulate filters, DPF, a catalytic converter, and a muffler. The DPF captures and removes harmful soot from the exhaust, while the catalytic converter helps convert carbon monoxide into less harmful carbon dioxide. A muffler reduces noise, making the vehicle quieter. Petrol exhaust systems. Similar to diesel, petrol engines have gasoline particulate filters, GPF, that help reduce soot and emissions. Both types of engines rely on a three-way catalytic converter, but the emissions profile is slightly different due to the fuel properties. For both diesel and petrol vehicles, advanced after-treatment systems often require the use of lower SAPs, sulfur and phosphorus, oils to protect the exhaust components. Using oils like Hybrid C25W30 or SynPower MSTC50W20 can help prolong the life of your vehicle's exhaust system. Maintenance and longevity. Due to the higher compression in diesel engines, they generally experience more wear and tear, leading to higher maintenance costs. Petrol engines, while easier to maintain, may require more frequent refueling due to lower fuel efficiency. So, which is more powerful? It really depends on what you mean by power. If you're looking for raw torque and great acceleration at low speeds, especially for off-roading or towing heavy loads, a diesel engine is the way to go. But if you're after higher horsepower, better top speed, and a more exhilarating driving experience, especially at high RPMs, then a petrol engine might be the better choice. Ultimately, the best way to decide is to take both for a test drive and see which one feels right for you. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more car tips and comparisons.